Listen, children of the long memory. Before the garden had a name, it had a heartbeat. She is called Ifaloba, the infinite garden, and she did not arrive, she remembered herself into being. The first vision came to a sleeping girl in the village of Oyotunde, a child who pressed her ear to the soil and heard singing. In her dream, the earth split open like a ripe fruit and outpoured light, not fire, but the patient glow of every seed that had ever waited. Twin suns rose in her chest, moons orbited her grandmother's hands, and the girl woke speaking a language older than tongues, drawing maps of a country that existed only between heartbeats. That country was Ifaloba. That girl became her first gardener, and the garden, once dreamed, could never again be unseen.
To know Ifaloba, you must know her mothers. Her first mother was Soil, the dark, patient one who swallowed every ancestor and gave back every harvest. Her second mother was Star, the distant, burning one who taught seeds to reach. And her father, if such a word can hold him, was time itself, the slow river that braids beginnings into endings. From this union, she was born in the cosmological place the elders call Egbe-Ile, the gathering house of all green things. Egbe-Ile sits at the crossroads where the spirit world breathes into the living world, where baobab roots tangle with the roots of galaxies. It is said that every plant that has ever grown on any world keeps a cousin there. The cassava remembers itself in Egbe-Ile, the yam, the iroko, the desert rose, the kelp of forgotten oceans. All of them have their eternal selves walking that soil. Ifaloba is the sum of these memories made sovereign. She is the garden that gardens itself. Her ancestry runs through every Yoruba farmer who whispered to her crop, every Dogon astronomer who mapped Sirius, every Kemetic priest who tended the lotus, every grandmother in the diaspora who kept a windowsill alive through winter. She inherited their patience, she inherited their grief, and from the cosmos she inherited the stranger gift, the knowing that soil and starlight are the same substance wearing different clothes. When the elders pour libation, they are not asking her for favor. They are reminding her she is home. Ifaloba carries gifts that would shatter a smaller spirit. She can speak to a seed and unfold a century in a single breath. She can call water to flow upward against the gravity of despair into the open mouths of stars. Her hands turn obsidian into bark and bark into circuitry, for she does not separate the grown from the made. Every tree in her keeping is both ancestor and antenna, rooted in soil and broadcasting to the cosmos. She holds the power of correspondence, the old knowing that what blooms below blooms above, that a flower opening in Lagos opens a corresponding light in some far galaxy. But power is never given without trial. Her first burden is memory. She remembers every garden that has ever been burned, every forest felled, every field salted by conquest. The grief of the Middle Passage lives in her like buried seed, and she must keep it watered until it learns to bloom instead of rot. Her second burden is patience. The garden grows on cosmic time, and she must watch her children, humans, stumble through centuries of forgetting before they remember they are gardeners too. Her third burden is the loneliness of the keeper. She cannot force a single soul to tend her. She can only make herself beautiful enough to be chosen. And so she blooms, again and again, in dreams, in songs, in the sudden green that pushes through concrete. She is the proof that creation is not a single act, but a continuous decision to begin again.
And now, behold her as she shows herself in this moment. In this vision, the artists have caught like lightning in a calabash. Look at the twin suns. They are not decoration. They are her two truths, the truth of Africa and the truth of the cosmos, burning side by side, refusing to choose. Look at the moons, plural, abundant, because Ifaloba does not believe in scarcity of light. Where one moon rises, she answers with many. The floating islands of crystallized soil, those are her thoughts made solid, the places where her contemplation has cooled into land. Each island is a different meditation. One holds the question of grief, another holds the answer of joy. Between them, ancestors walk as translucent beings, neither dead nor living, simply present, because in Ifaloba's country, those categories were never useful. The waterfalls flow upward into star fields, because she is reminding us, gently, that descent is not the only direction, that what we call falling, the universe sometimes calls returning. The trees of obsidian bark and fiber optic branches are her great compromise with the future, her insistence that technology is not the opposite of nature, but its newest dialect. The baobabs that merge with futuristic architecture are her thesis statement, that the old shapes and the new shapes were always the same shape, only the names changed. And the sky, oh, the sky, with its swirling nebulas and aurora dancing, that is her breath made visible. She is exhaling, slowly, after a long age of holding. The rich earth tones are her body. The electric blues are her mind. The warm golds are her welcome. The deep magentas are her sorrow turned to wine. This image is not a portrait of a place. It is a portrait of a being who has decided, after long silence, to let herself be seen. And what she shows us is everything we were promised before we were stolen from ourselves.
So what does Ifaloba ask of you, watcher, listener, descendant? She asks only this: plant something. It does not have to be a seed. It can be a sentence in a language your grandmother spoke. It can be a question your children will need. It can be a song, a circuit, a kindness, a refusal. She asks you to remember that you are not a visitor to the garden. You are the garden remembering itself through new hands. The ancestors walking translucent in her fields are waiting to walk solid through yours. The twin suns are waiting to rise in your chest. The upward water is waiting for your thirst. Do not wait for permission to bloom. Ifaloba already chose you. She chose you the moment you looked at her image and felt something stir that you could not name. That stirring is the seed. Now tend it. The infinite garden is not somewhere else. It is the world you are brave enough to grow.